Welcome to another episode of I'm Tired of Being Right All the Time. My name is Johnny Wright, President and CEO of the Buyosphere. That's our website, also YouTube channel where this video will get posted. You can subscribe to it. Just Google search, I'm Tired of Being Right All the Time, YouTube, and you'll come to it. Love to have you subscribe. Lots of great training videos, including this one. Today, I'm tired of being right about editorializing on price. Observe. This clock is expensive. These glasses are cheap. This book on disc assessments, personality wiring, is pricey. This calculator is inexpensive. This Hamburger helper hat is exorbitant. This guitar is outlandishly priced. I'll be shredding in a later video. So as I describe each of these to you, how did that description make you feel about the item? Did it have an impact? Well, of course it did. Yeah, those descriptions, pricey, expensive, inexpensive, exorbitant, outlandish, whatever they are adjectives. Adjectives are, by definition, descriptors of the thing that they're describing. That description is an opinion. Not a fact, but an opinion. The opinion of the person talking about the thing, presenting it. That opinion is not an agreed-to factoid. And that's an important training element. We work on this with service advisors in the automotive repair industry and other industries that we do training on an ongoing basis. My opinion of the price of something is my own personal view of it based upon my own filter, my economic status, how much I make, how I see the rest of the world. It's not an agreed-to fact that that clock is expensive or cheap, or that this Hamburger helper hat is expensive or pricey or whatever it is. It is instead the value of the thing, or the service. That's what gives it its mojo, its power. It's not the price, it's what it means to us as the people who are going to buy it. That's what means everything. This sweatshirt is a great example. My beautiful wife, Lori, our VP of operations at the Buyosphere, bought this sweatshirt for me several years ago as a gift. Probably $25, okay? You couldn't show up today at my house and write me a check big enough where I would sell you this sweatshirt. Why? Johnny, it's an old ratty sweatshirt now. It can't be worth more than $5, garage sale. I said, no, it's not the price. It's not the cost of it. It is what it means to me. It has magic. It's from my wife. It's full of love, and I love her passion. And this sweatshirt represents her, and I get to hold her close in this way. So there was a headline which really spurred this on in training from the Wall Street Journal. From early January, really motivated me doing this training video. And it says, I got to read it, can't remember, revived Motorola Razr is pricey. Okay. So when did a major newspaper start injecting opinion into their stories? What? Well, I read this and I thought, pricey? Well, who says it's pricey? And I read it's the Razr's like $1,500. Now, you may think that's pricey. You may think it's cheap. You may think whatever you're going to think. But your thinking about that cost will be based upon your opinion, upon your own life and choices. It is not universally agreed to. Listen, a starving man will pay a king's ransom for a peanut butter sandwich that cost about 10 cents. A man with nothing will look at something that costs 50 cents as being outrageous. It is about your ability to afford it, which impugns our description of it, but that's not what it means. It means the value of it to us. That's an important distinction, whether you're a service advisor presenting work, or whether you're in any other industry presenting a service or retail an object. We're all in sales, by the way. All of us are in sales. We're just selling an idea. And the idea that we sell is, how does the thing, the service, the object, make the person feel? That's what gives it its mojo. That's what gets people to spend their hard-earned money for the thing. It's how those things make us feel, like the sweatshirt, like things you value, that you have. The greatest example of this, and the example I love the most, is this one. It comes from Salem's Lot, which is a best-selling novel by the great author Stephen King. That story is about vampires invading a small northeastern town. And listen, you call the Orkin man, and yeah, it's like, hey, man, I thought I was spraying for rats and roaches, not, people that'll suck your blood, pop your head off. And so in this particular scene, which is always stuck with me, I read that book as a teenager, there's a scene with a priest and a vampire and a child. And this sounds like a joke. Well, a priest, a vampire, and a child, and Stephen King walk into a bar. So in this scene, in this kid's house, in his bedroom, the vampire is clutching the kid. He's got him in a death grip. He's got him like this. And the priest is on the other side of the room, and he's holding up a cross. A cross. He's Christian. And there's a great light emanating from the cross. And the priest is holding that cross up firmly in this beautiful light, and he's demanding that the vampire release the boy. Yeah, he's trying to be the hero. The problem is that the priest, he's kind of doubts some of his own faith. He may have, a few too many of these, too much communion. You know where I'm going with this. The vampire, because vampires, he's done his research, knows this. And so he's going to tap into this, right? So in this scene, the vampire says to the priest, he says, all right, priest, I tell you what. I'll let go of the boy if you put down the cross. We'll just fight mano a mano. Yeah, so many terrible things happen when men are over testosterone, and that includes vampires. And so the priest doesn't agree with it. He holds up the cross even stronger, and the vampire's hissing and everything. But finally, the vampire says, listen, I'll let go of the boy first. So he lets go of the boy. And the boy kind of spits on him, runs off. And then the vampire says, all right, priest, live up to your part of the bargain. Put down the cross. But instead, the priest does not. He continues to hold it. What does the vampire do? He steps towards the priest. And the priest slowly sort of backs up, just a skosh, just a half a step. And in that moment, this bright light emanating on the cross dims just a little. It dims. And the vampire notices that, so does the priest. And the vampire notices the priest noticing it. And so the vampire takes another step towards the priest, and he's backing up even more, and the cross is dimming. And the priest is saying, man, if I only had a Bud Light or something, man, this ain't working how it's supposed to. It's not supposed to end like this. So finally, the vampire keeps walking up to him until the light is gone from the cross. And the vampire grabs it, and he crushes the cross in his hand. And he throws it down, and he says, false priest, without faith, the cross has no power. And then I think he takes the priest home and serves his vampire family. I think a priest about 160 pounds will serve a family of 4, as I remember the ingredients and recipe. But anyway, you get where I'm going with this. Give the thing value, and then the price will never really, really matter. My name is Johnny Wright. I appreciate you watching this video. And until next time, I'm tired of being right all the